Hi everybody, it's Gemma. Welcome back to Pampered Wolf. Today is going to be all about makeup for glasses wearers. This is the most requested video on my channel, so if you are interested in learning more about how to apply your makeup if you're going to be wearing glasses all day, then please keep watching. Okay, so let me just start by saying I had zero sleep last night. Seth had a really bad night with his blood sugar, so I was up all night trying to correct those and rather over emotional. I am very tired. And I have no patience whatsoever. I think I've sworn at myself more today than I have in my entire life. And to add insult to injury, this is a really difficult video to make because everybody's glasses are completely different. So they're going to give you different problems. So there is no one makeup look that's going to suit absolutely everybody. And everybody's going to have different issues. So your glasses might sit lower down on your face and they might actually sit on your cheekbones and rub off the foundation on your cheekbones. Your glasses might sit a little bit higher so that your eyebrows are completely non-existent. Some lenses actually make your eyes look bigger. Some lenses make your eyes look smaller. Some cast a shadow, so make it look like you have quite large eye bags underneath your eyes. So this tutorial is not going to be about one specific makeup look that's going to suit everybody. This tutorial is going to be about tweaking your makeup routine to counteract the problems that can be caused by wearing glasses. So that is what this is going to be about. So let's just jump straight in. So thank you to everybody who helped me during the planning of this video. I have to be completely honest, I don't know everything. I didn't understand the problems with makeup and glasses because I wear glasses all the time. I don't wear them to film in, I wear my contact lenses, or if I'm going out of an evening I do tend to wear my contact lenses, but generally if you bump into me during the day, I've got my glasses on, so I do wear them a lot. And if I'm wearing glasses, I do my makeup exactly the same as if I wasn't wearing glasses, if I have my contact lenses in. So I didn't really understand the issue, so I've had to ask a lot of questions of everybody so that I can figure out the answers to your questions, if that makes sense. So thank you so much to everybody who helped me along the way. So like I said before, I wear glasses all the time and I love them. And I think that is key to why I didn't particularly understand the issues that you were having before I started researching this video. Now, I don't mind my eyes taking a back seat when I've got my frames on because I wear these like a fashion accessory and I actually want them to be noticed. So when I'm wearing my glasses, I already know that my eyes are going to take a little bit more of a backseat to my frames. If I want my eyes to be noticed more, I wear my contact lenses and I don't wear my glasses. I completely understand the frustration of people who actually can't wear contact lenses though and feel like their eyes are always being overshadowed by their frames. So we're going to rectify that today. So let's just go through some of the issues that you've said you are having and then we'll go through the remedies for those issues. So the first problem is that your glasses keep slipping down your nose throughout the day. The second problem is that your glasses keep rubbing off your foundation, whether that be on the bridge of your nose, whether it be on the tops of your cheekbones, if your glasses hit the tops of your cheekbones. That is the second issue. The third issue is that some lenses make your eyes look bigger and maybe a bit too big for your face, so you want to try and confine them and make them look a little bit smaller. And the fourth issue is completely the opposite. Some lenses make your eyes look incredibly small, a little bit like pinholes, and you want to highlight them a little bit more and make them look a lot bigger. And the last issue is that some glasses can cast a shadow underneath the eye area, making it look like you've got really dark under eye circles. So I want to give you some tips and tricks today so that you can tweak your makeup routine to stop all of those things from happening, or at least correct them in some way. So let's get cracking. Okay, so let's take these off, get the hair out of the face, put me in a better mood. You can't not smile when you've got reindeer antlers on. It's almost Christmas, people. Alright, it's still November, but I've had a bad night. Cut me some slack. This is alright. Okay, so let's just go through some tips and tricks on how to stop your glasses from sliding down your nose during the day, which is really frustrating. I have the same problem. I understand the issues. So it depends on where your glasses actually sit on the bridge of your nose. Now mine don't have any cushiony type things. I have no idea what they're called, I'm really sorry, but my sunglasses do, so they have these type cushiony things. If somebody knows what they're actually called, do let me know. Very interested to find out. So anyway, my glasses sit here on my nose, and this tip is all about skin prep before you've even started applying your makeup. So when you're applying your serums and your moisturizers first thing in the morning, I advise that you completely skip the area where your glasses are going to sit, whether it be here on the side of your nose if you've got those cushiony things, or whether it be the bridge of your nose like my glasses. So that's the first tip. So the second tip is to invest in some niacinamide. Now, I say invest, niacinamide can be really, really cheap. You don't have to use one from The Ordinary, but this is the one that I have because it's cheap as chips and I don't use it that often. So I don't have really, really oily skin, but niacinamide is an oil regulator. So if you have really, really oily skin, this might be worth its weight in gold for you. But I actually only use this around the area where my glasses sit. Now I want to regulate the oil around this area, because the less oil that I have around that area, the less likely it is that my glasses are going to slip up and down my nose throughout the day. So I just put one drop on the end of my finger. It's hardly any whatsoever because I'm not applying this all over my face. I'm just applying it where my glasses are going to sit. Just pat that in. So that's the second tip. Regulate the natural oil around the area where your glasses are actually going to sit. This will make sure that you're not providing the glasses with any lubrication that allow them to slide up and down your nose throughout the day. So the third tip to stop your glasses from slipping up and down your nose throughout the day is just to spray a little bit of setting spray around the area where your glasses are going to sit, just to make sure that everything is sealed in place to stop those natural oils from coming through during the day, to stop everything from sliding down. Now this is really, really important if you have really oily skin. If you don't, this is an optional step. Okay, so let's move on to issue 2 that a lot of people have when they're wearing glasses throughout the day, and that's that they cannot keep the foundation on the bridge of their nose. It's constantly getting rubbed off by your glasses. Now this doesn't really apply to me because once my glasses are on, they stay on. I'm quite severely short-sighted, so if I take my glasses off, I can't see, which is a problem. So I wear my glasses until last thing at night when I take them off and wash my face. So this isn't really a problem for me. This tip is really for people who wear glasses when they're using a computer or possibly when they're reading, and they're constantly taking their glasses off and putting them back on throughout the day. So they need their face to look just as perfect when they've got their glasses off as when it's on. So let me give you a couple of tips. Now these are the same tips regardless of whether you're wearing a matte foundation or a dewy foundation. You're going to do exactly the same thing. So let's pop some of this on. I'm actually going to wear the Double Wear Light today, which is more of a matte foundation. I'm going to pop it on with a brush. I'm going to pop it on everywhere apart from my nose. Okay, so I have foundation over all of my face. I also have it on the tip of my nose and I have it between my brows, but I don't have it on the area where my glasses are going to sit, and that's really, really important. Now I'm going to take off every single last bit of excess product off my brush, or take a clean brush if you find that easier, and I'm just going to blend that product just around where my glasses are going to sit, just to make sure that it's all blended in nicely. But the real key to this is making sure that your foundation matches your skin tone, because you'll get so much more of a natural look, because you would not notice that I don't have any foundation where my glasses are actually going to sit. Just bare skin. But it looks exactly the same as the rest of my face. Now if you need a lot more coverage on this area, if you feel like you need much more coverage, I do have a couple of tips and tricks in a video called How to Stop Your Foundation Rubbing Off Your Nose, and I will link that up here. I'm not going to go through that in this video because I feel like this works better for glasses wearers, but if you do want a lot more coverage, then those tips might work for you. So go and have a look at that video and see whether those work for you. So the next tip to stop your foundation from rubbing off your nose throughout the day if you've actually got any on there, which I don't, is to powder the area and powder it quite well. So I've just put a little bit of powder on a very small brush, tapping off every single last bit of excess, and I'm just going to dust that around the area where my glasses are going to sit. This is just going to set everything in place to make sure that it doesn't move throughout the day. Very, very important. If you actually haven't got any foundation on like me, powdering is still an important step because it will soak up any oils that come through your skin throughout the day and help with the non-slipping. Okay, so moving on to the next problem. A lot of people wear glasses and those glasses cast a shadow underneath their eye, making it look like they've got really, really dark under eye circles. The key here is to make sure that the under eye is not matte. If it's matte, it will look even worse and it will look really dull and really shadowed. You want to add reflectiveness. You want to reflect the light back, making it look like your eyes are bright and they don't have any under eye circles whatsoever. So firstly is get your coverage. Now, if you don't have any natural under eye circle to begin with, lucky you, you can skip this first step, and that's covering up your actual under eye circle. Now, I find that reflective products don't give me enough coverage, so I like to add the matte product first and then add a reflective coverage over the top. Again, if you don't have natural under eye circles, you can skip this step altogether. But I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the MAC ProLongwear Concealer, and I'm just going to cover up the circle, being very, very careful not to go up the side of my nose because I don't want any products up there. So it's really, really important, especially if your lenses magnify and make everything look bigger, that you blend everything out perfectly. Because if your lenses make your eyes look bigger, they're also accentuating everything else. So any fine lines or wrinkles, any dark circles, anything, it's all going to be a lot more evident. So everything needs to be blended perfectly. Okay, so once I've covered up my natural under eye circle, I'm going to go for more of a reflective product. Now, I really like this Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away, which is a beautiful, beautiful product. Just doesn't give me masses of coverage, so I like to add this on top. Also, the MAC Prep and Prime in Light Boost is an amazing product. And if you want coverage and luminosity, then the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer is a really good alternative if you're just wanting to use one product underneath your eye. I'm going to go in with the MAC Prep and Prime in Light Boost. This is a great product. I'm going to apply it to the back of my hand rather than applying it underneath my eye straight away, so I don't get too much on. And I'm just going to dab that where the shadow would be cast. So after applying the concealer and the light boost, I still don't have any product on the bridge of my nose or also down the sides of my nose where my glasses are going to sit. And that is really, really important. And you wouldn't notice because everything is blended in really, really well. And that is key to this tutorial. If you don't have any product around where your glasses are sitting, it can't get rubbed off because it wasn't there to begin with. So as you can see, when I've got my glasses on, my eyebrows are hidden a little bit. Now this might not be the same for you depending on what glasses you're actually wearing and where they sit on your face. But for these particular glasses, I like to make my eyebrows a little bit darker so they stand out a little bit on my face and really frame my eye, bringing attention to it a little bit more. So let's do that now. So I'm just going to take my Maybelline Brow Precise pencil and just start filling in my brows, just making them a little bit darker. Okay, so as you can see, I've only done one eyebrow, and I just wanted to show you how important eyebrows actually are, especially when you're wearing your glasses. If I'm to put my glasses on now, you will notice that even though I haven't done anything to either of my eyes, there is no eyeshadow on, there's no eyeliner on, the eye that draws your attention the most is the eye that has the eyebrow done. Big difference. big, big difference. It just helps frame everything, really draws your attention in. Makes a big difference. I could feel my mum rolling her eyes at me. Really could. You know you were doing it, Mum. I know you're watching. Just needed to prove a point. Okay, so now both eyebrows are done, you'll notice that they just really frame the eyes really nicely and really draw your attention into the eyes themselves rather than your glasses. They just make everything behind your glasses seem much more noticeable. It's a really, really nifty trick. Okay, this is the bit of the video where I'm going to split my face in half. On one side of the video, I'm going to make my eye look a little bit smaller. So if your lenses really magnify everything and you just want to contain it all, this will be the side that you're going to copy. If you want to make your eye look bigger, if your lens just makes everything look a lot smaller, like my lenses do, then I'm going to show you how to make your eye look more noticeable and how to make it look bigger on this side. So first of all, we're going to do my normal makeup that I would usually do because I like my eyes to look really big and really defined. I'm going to take a crease colour, so I'm going to go into the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. It's the Sultry palette, this one, and I'm going to go into Birch, which is my transition shade of choice. And I'm just going to define the crease. So in order to make your eyes look bigger or smaller, you need to have a little bit of knowledge about highlighting or contouring. Now, once you've got that knowledge, you can make any feature look bigger or smaller or more defined or less defined. If you contour something, you make it look deeper and you can make it look smaller. If you highlight something, you push it forward, you make it look more prominent, and you can make it look bigger. So we're going to use those principles today to make this eye look bigger and this eye look smaller. So we're just going to make the crease look deeper by adding the transition shade. We're also making the eye look larger because I'm bringing the transition shade a little bit further up, making the crease look like it's a little bit further up. Just going to blend that out using a fluffy brush so that doesn't look harsh, because remember, your glasses might make things look more noticeable, including bad blending. So once we've done that, we're going to highlight the lid space. This will push the lid space forward. It will also make it look larger and more noticeable. So I'm just going to go in with my finger and go in with the shade Pearl. This is extremely shimmery. Just going to put that all over the lid space. Can you see how that makes the lid space look so much bigger? Then I'm just going to take my fluffy brush just to blend that out a little bit. Then I'm going to add a little bit of liner, but only to the outside half of the upper lid. I don't want to close the lid space off too much, so I'm not adding too much. And I'm going to do the same on the lower lash line. Then going to add a neutral liner, like a cream liner, to the inner waterline. This just makes the eye seem a lot bigger, a lot more open, and you look more awake. Another problem that you might get when you wear glasses is that you can't wear false lashes. Not that that's a big problem for me, because I like my own lashes. I'm not really into false lashes. But if your lashes actually go straight out, they probably touch your lenses. It's really annoying. It might rub your mascara off throughout the day, or it might go bitty. So I highly recommend curling your lashes just to make them go a little bit more in the direction that you want them to, which is up. If they do that, they won't touch your lenses and irritate you throughout the day. Then I'm going to add a little bit of mascara, really making sure that I get those roots of the lashes. So when you get right down to the root of the lash, when you're putting on your mascara, just makes everything, all your lashes, look a lot longer. And that means that you don't have to go all the way to the ends of your lashes. This will make a big difference if your lashes actually do connect with the lenses of your glasses. Just means that everything's not going to flake off. If you don't have mascara on the ends of your lashes, that just can't happen. but your lashes still look really long because you've got the mascara right at the root of your lash. So even though my actual glasses make my eyes look smaller, as you can see, there's the eye with nothing on, there's the eye with something on, and it really does make a big difference. So let's make this eye look a little bit smaller. So again, I'm going to use the same crease colour, Birch, from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, and I'm just going to go a little bit lower this time and not blend that too far up. Then I'm going to take a liner, the same liner that we used before, but instead of just going on the outer half, I'm going to go all the way across. And I'm going to do the same on the bottom lash line as well. You'll find that this really does close off the eye, making it look a lot smaller. And applying the mascara in exactly the same way, making sure you get right down to the root of the lash. Then we're just going to run a little bit of the liner on the inner waterline. So then you're going to apply your makeup exactly the same as you would if you weren't wearing glasses. So your bronzer, your blusher, all that jazz is going to be exactly the same as if you weren't wearing your glasses. The only thing that I would do differently is I would make sure that you don't get any product around the bridge of your nose. You don't want to undo all the good work that you've already done. Okay, so that's both eyes done, that's the rest of my makeup done. I've always thought that especially if your eyes are going to look a little bit smaller or take a little bit of a back seat if you're wanting your frames to take center stage, you can really afford to make the most of your lips and wear a really bold colour. Now I'm going to use a Smashbox lipstick today. This is one of their always on liquid lipsticks and it's in the shade Babe Alert. I absolutely love this colour. Didn't think I would do, but I do. You can really choose a shade that goes with your frames just to tie everything in together. Perhaps shouldn't have chosen this pink shade today considering that I have a red top on. Bit of a schoolgirl error. So they are my makeup tips for anybody who wears glasses. Hopefully some of you have found this useful. If you have, please do give it a big thumbs up. Honestly, blood, sweat and tears have gone into this video today. This has taken an age to film, so I would really appreciate a thumbs up if you have found this useful in any way. I'm really sorry I couldn't have been a little bit more insightful in this video because, like I said at the beginning, I didn't really understand the issues before I started talking to you all and you all really explained in depth what problems you are having when you're wearing glasses. I do my makeup exactly the same if I'm wearing glasses or if I'm not, but hopefully this will stop your glasses from sliding down your nose and it will also stop your glasses from rubbing off your foundation throughout the day. Don't forget I'm also on Instagram as well if you want to follow me on there. It's a little bit of an insight into my personal life, so my kids, my family, my cat, what we get up to on a daily basis, as well as the whole makeup world. So it's at Pampered Wolf, all lowercase, no spaces. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, there is a watermark in this corner. If you click on it, it will take you through to my homepage where you can subscribe. Hope to see you all again soon. Bye!